I wanted to take a brief moment to talk about some of my expectations for discussion boards and really what it is that I'm envisioning their purposes in this course. So discussion boards are something that I think can be very beneficial, but to be honest, it's something that personally I really wanted to challenge myself to think about. How can we make sure they're meaningful and something that's giving you value instead of just something you complete to make sure you've got it done. And so most of our discussion boards are going to be spaces for you to workshop ideas about assignments, lesson plans, activities you're working on. And so with that, as we are offering feedback to classmates, I think it's important to remember that folks are not presenting finished products. And so it may be at times that you're presenting something or you're posting something that's in its draft form that maybe has all of its pieces. Maybe it does not have all of its pieces. You have most of it, but you're really struggling with how you're going to introduce an activity or how you're going to design the assessment to go with the objectives or goals you set for the lesson, or you're just struggling with a piece. And that's part of the process. And so the goal with discussion boards is to offer useful and meaningful feedback and to treat each other with respect in that we are dealing with ideas. So when we deal with an activity plan or a lesson plan, we aren't trying to address or criticize a person. We're looking at a lesson plan as an idea and what can we do to make that even better. So my goal for discussion boards, especially as you workshop these ideas, is that it's an area where we're free of judgment, we're offering useful impact, and that the lessons that we end up with in the activity plans and things that I really hope end up in your classroom someday are better because you were able to develop them in a group. Most of your teaching career, you're not going to have that opportunity. Most of your teaching career, when you plan a lesson, it's going to be by yourself, sitting in your classroom after school or sitting at home on the weekend. You're not going to have a group of 20 peers to get input from. And so we want to make sure that while we have this group, we have this collective group, that we take advantage of that we give input and feedback to each other. And so that's ultimately the purpose of the discussion boards. And so the thing I ask is that as you approach them, that you sort of approach or enter them with that mindset and with that goal, so that hopefully they end up being something that really benefits not just you, but your peers and the whole class as a group.